What's up, everyone? Mo here with One Wheel Addiction. In this video, I'm going to be talking about nosedives, the most feared thing on one wheel, the relationship between nosedives and pushback, and most importantly, how to avoid a nosedive, and show some examples of that. The 3 tips I would give to avoid nosediving is stay within the board's limits, don't accelerate too fast, and react to pushback. If you do those 3 things, I think you'll be able to never nosedive. Okay, so nosediving is basically what happens when the board reaches its limit and can no longer keep you balanced. So on the one wheel, if you have the default settings, you're normally riding just level like this at 180 degrees. Okay, the mechanics of the board, as you lean forward, the motor engages and moves you faster, so it keeps you balanced. At a certain point, what happens is the motor can no longer sustain this and the board will just flat nosedive and send you flying. So there's only one way to avoid the nosedive, and that's to stay within the board's limits. So Future Motion has said that the board's limit is 19 miles an hour. I find for myself at 180 pounds, I usually start to feel the pushback around 16 miles an hour. And pushback is a clear sign that you need to slow down. The only way to avoid a nosedive is to stay within the board's limits and respect pushback. Now, pushback is what happens when you approach the point where you're nearing the board's limit. So what's happening is, now if I'm heading in this direction, I'm going. As I get going too fast, the nose of the board will lift up like that to tell me I'm basically to slow down.
Here you can see, as I approach 17 miles an hour, the board will push back. So right there. So it's leaning back, like almost bucking me back. There it is again. In this next example, I push through the pushback, and you can see the first round of pushback is just about right here. And then I push harder, and the board again is just going to strongly tell me no, right there. And here's one more example of pushback.
So after putting 1,600 miles on my board, I've had one nosedive. It was from accelerating too fast, trying to make a light. And since then, I've had no nosedives at all. And I think it's because I always respect the board's limits. And as soon as I feel pushback, I slow down. And in general, I don't really ever ride above 15 miles an hour. I think it's fun to just be in control, and 15 miles an hour is plenty of speed to be able to carve and curb drop and all the other fun things that you can do on the one wheel. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you have any questions or you think I missed anything or any feedback, please leave it in the comments. Thanks again. See you next time. Float on.